welcome back to another episode of Millenial Eats. If you've been here before, if you haven't, please subscribe and turn on post notifications for alerts on when I post. So the dish we're gonna be making today is beef bourguignon or beef burgundy. And this is a dish that originated in France, and it's usually made with Burgundy wine, but I just used whatever red wine I found. And it's basically a beef stew that's 4 to 5 hours in the oven braising, and then you top it off with pearl onions and mushrooms, and you serve it. You could serve it with mashed potatoes, you could serve it with pasta, buttered noodles, and it's very rich, so you can't really eat a lot of it, but it freezes very well, so you could break it down into portions and then defrost it, and it makes a great meal last minute when you just don't feel like cooking. And today's recipe has to be the most complicated recipe I have ever made. It took 6 hours and a trip to the emergency room, non-related. One of my friends challenged me to make this recipe, and it was also featured in the movie Julie and Julia. This is a recipe from Julia Child, the renowned chef, and she did not tell me how hard it would be. But at the end, I made it work. And yeah, so without further ado, please enjoy the video.
First thing you're gonna do is you're gonna peel and chop 3 medium-sized carrots or 1 large carrot. Then you're gonna peel and slice 1 large white onion. Then you're gonna quarter a pound of fresh white mushrooms. You can use any mushrooms you'd like, but this works best with the recipe, and it's also the cheapest kind of mushroom. Then you're gonna get 6 slices of bacon and then chop them into small pieces. For the beef, we're using 3 pounds of stewing beef, and we're gonna cut them into 2-inch chunks and pat them dry with a paper towel to ensure a crisp sear. Then you're gonna heat 2 tablespoons of olive oil in a large Dutch oven and saute the bacon over medium heat until crisp and brown. Once crispy, remove them with a slotted spoon and set aside, leaving the hot fat in the pot. Then you're gonna take the dry beef and sear it in batches until browned on all sides. It's about 1 to 2 minutes per side. This is an important step because it gives the beef flavor and texture. Don't overcrowd the pot because then the meat won't brown properly. Once you're done, take the beef and put it to the side with the bacon. In the same pot, mix the carrots and onions and cook until tender, which takes about 3 minutes. Once the veggies look like this, add the beef back to the mixture, along with any accumulated liquids, and add the bacon as well. Season with salt and pepper to taste, and give it all a good mix. Once it's mixed well, add 2 tablespoons of flour. This is going to act as a thickening agent for your sauce. Mix it well and then put it into the oven at 350 degrees for 4 minutes. Then you're going to get 2 cups of red wine like Merlot, Pinot Noir, or Chianti. Remove the pot after 4 minutes and then pour the wine over the beef. Then you're going to add 2 tablespoons of tomato paste, 3 crushed cloves of garlic, and a bunch of rosemary and thyme. Then add 3 cups of beef stock and simmer over medium heat. Once it's simmering, cover it and put it back in the oven for 2 to 3 hours. In the last 30 minutes before the meat is done, you're going to prepare your mushrooms and onions. Start by melting a tablespoon of butter and then adding your pearl onions. Let them brown and add a 1/4 cup of beef stock. Let that simmer covered for a few minutes until the beef stock is thickened. Set that aside and then prepare your mushrooms. You're going to melt a 1/2 cup of butter and then add your mushrooms and cook those until soft and browned. Once they look like this, set aside and get ready to prepare the beef. Remove the pot from the oven and empty its contents into a colander over a bowl or a large pot, collecting only the sauce in the bottom. Throw away the herb bunch. Return the beef back to the pot and save the carrots and onions if you'd like to serve them on the side. The recipe calls to discard them, but I think that's a waste. Add the sautéed mushrooms on top of the beef. And then add your glazed onions on top of the mushrooms. Remove the fat from the top of the sauce and then pour it over the beef. Serve that over mashed potatoes or buttered noodles, or you can even eat it as is.
If you're still here, thank you so much for watching. I know it was a longer video, but it was totally worth it. I hope you try it for your holiday parties or your Valentine's Day maybe dinner. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you hated it, give it a thumbs down, and let me know what I could be doing better in the comments below. And yeah, see you next time.